And I want to thank all of you for spending your mid-Saturday here listening to us. I asked you to vote for me for my second term on the Assembly. Again, I opened up my comments by saying that I think that I've worked hard to improve the quality of life here. That includes having families stay. That includes the quality of life issues where physicians want to come here, where teachers want to come here, and stay and have their families. Those are the hard decisions that I voted on every time the Assembly has actions before them. Those are things that are entering my mind when I make my vote. So on the on my advertisements that you'll see, it says Luke listens. I think I do listen. I try to hear what the people want, and then I vote. And I would ask for your support again in this coming election on Tuesday, so I can be there for another 3 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me sit here. I normally pride myself on being early. I did put this down on my agenda as 2 o'clock. I can tell you this, the last 6 weeks, that's what this campaign has been, a 6-week campaign. It's been a whirlwind, and I spent this morning talking to some folks about a new radio spot. I appreciate you having this forum. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I actually was raised in Clear, Alaska. I come from a large family. There's 8 of us in our family. I moved to Fairbanks my senior year in high school and have been here. Raised 2 children here. Been married to John Brown for 26 years, and we now have 2 grandchildren. I've worked in both the private and public sector. Most of my experience has been as a representative for working workers. I've been a business agent for 10 years, and also served that union, Alaska State Employees Union, as their president and chair. I think our borough is doing okay. We're in pretty good shape. I think we're at the right place at the right time for a gas line, and I know many of us have been waiting 30 years for a gas line, and we'll just keep saying that. I do think the best way to relieve the burden on a property owner is to increase the residential property tax exemption. And Mr. Swanson is right. That is true. There is a bill that didn't get enough hearings last year, and we hope that it does get it this year. But I have to say, there are ways that we can encourage our legislators to do that. We need to go testify, and if they don't, I mean, Alaskans know there's other mechanisms, and we may have to do a ballot initiative ourselves in order to for the legislature to pay attention. But when I say that's what I'll fight for, that's what I'm talking about, and I would appreciate your support in what we're trying to get.
What seat are you offering for? What seat?
I am running for Borough Assembly seat C.
Dave Miles. I've exposed corruption. I've pointed out this problems going on at FEDC, problems with the sale of the city utilities and the corruption there. Half a dozen people were made millionaires off of that. Everybody's utility rates went up because of it. We've heard several times today that everything's fine. It's not. We've got a lot of problems that haven't been even touched. Getting rid of the corruption, that'd save us a lot of money. Having a just system of land would open up opportunities for everybody. Wolfgang Puck is right that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Why is that? Basically because we don't have access to land, because land is monopolized, because we are encouraging land speculation by our taxation system. That's why I say no taxes on your labor, no sales tax, there should be no tax on your building. Wolfgang Puck has his petition to increase the homeowner exemption, to get signatures from everybody in the state. And you can see that at alaskafundamentallaw.com, so that you can give support to the few in the legislature that are working to increase the homeowner exemption. But it isn't the state's responsibility or their right to tell us what we can or can't do anyway. We could go ahead and do this on the local level to increase the homeowner exemption on our own. If they don't like it, let them take action. But we have the right to take care of ourselves in our own community. Public transportation, I love it. It reaches all the people. It helps students and new families get a start in life and avail themselves of all the opportunities of our community. That's why I've always stressed that. Luke says that he listens. He does. There are some on the Borough Assembly that don't, that are very contentious when people come there to speak issues that they don't like. Jessica Smith brought up that she has brought individual funding from other sources and got people involved to help make some of these things happen. A lot of good ideas here. Also, there's early voting Monday down at the Borough, the 2-week period before elections. People can vote early. And thank you for your time. Thank you.
Well, as everybody said, I really appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to everyone. It's interesting because, you know, when I came into the room, and this is my first time running for public office, and of course the nerves are there. They were there at the first one, and they're here at the last one. And when I entered the room, I only was convinced that one person that I was going to vote for, and even that I wasn't so sure, and that was me. So, I honestly can't sit here and give you a list of reasons why you should vote for me other than what you've heard already. I can't guarantee that I would be any better than any of my other opponents. I can guarantee, though, that my heart is in the right place, and I'm excited about the possibility of having this particular opportunity. And I think, finally, I just kind of wanted to. I was listening to some of the answers to the questions, and one of the things that struck me is several comments made about that we're a community and that we have our own culture. And we certainly do, and our schools have their own culture. I said, but I think what's important is not to say that we all have the same issues or that we all, we should ignore our cultural differences. I think more importantly, we need to recognize our cultural differences and celebrate those, and recognize that each of us has a voice that we can contribute. And instead of saying, well, we're all the same, we all have the same issues, no, we don't. And every one of us has something we can give, and that's what I'm trying to do in earning the seat for the school board. I appreciate it.
Again, my name is Jessica Smith, and thank you all for being here. 30 seconds is an extremely short period of time, and I wish I had an opportunity to speak more today. I am a hard-working, energetic individual who has lots of innovative, creative, and very viable plans for how we can meet the growing needs of our growing student population through non-traditional ways, non-traditional funding. I am a very goal-oriented, self-motivated person, and I believe that our school district has done an excellent job with me. I believe they will do an excellent job with my students because I plan to be involved. I wish that I could see more students turn out to run for city office like I have and be an inspiration for those students, if nothing else. I've learned so much through these forums. I thank you so much for conducting the forum, for the questions that you guys have asked. I'd be more than happy to answer any additional questions when we're done here today. Look me up online and see the other forums that we've had. I'd just like to say that I am a parent, a working parent, a student, a working student, and I have been a student of working parents through the marriage, through the divorce, through each side of the table, through the death of my father. I really believe that having a fresh perspective brought to the table at the school board is something that Fairbanks could benefit from. I really understand the needs and issues addressing today's students today because I was just there yesterday.
Well, I just want to thank all of you for coming out. Like Christina, I had no idea who I was going to vote for on the second, but now I have a better idea because I've heard all of you. So thank you for coming out and sharing, and thank you for running for office and wanting to be there for the community. I do appreciate it.
And I'm going to hand out the brochures to each of you for the JPJones.
I'd just like to say I am not an elk member.